Places like the European Western society countries like USA, for example, has a personal hatred towards melanated skinned people, especially brown melanated skin beings like myself, especially the melanated skinned males. They are more hated in the European Western USA countries more than the melanated females are. Even though melanated skinned females get just as much hate as these melanated skinned males in European countries like USA. And look, all these so-called people talking about all these so-called native melanated Indians founded USA, man, that's false, man. Because let me tell you this, if melanated skinned Indians founded USA, explain to me why melanated skinned people that's living in USA had dealt with so much colorism hate. Because a country that was founded by melanated skinned people, then guess what? The laws would be melanated based. The laws would be more father and mother nature based. You look at the countries like Nigeria, Trinidad, Ghana, Liberia, Haiti, all these melanated countries where there's no Europeans. Every melanated country is universal law based, connected with father and mother nature law, not connected with the damn slave patrol law like the European countries. That's why I never consider myself no American, because the word American means slave corporation. People in Brazil, which will be considered South America, a lot of individuals in Brazil don't call themselves South American because they know America means slave corporate. Now back to this, man. The damn court systems in USA has a hatred towards melanated skinned individuals, especially melanated skinned males that do have that chocolate skin tone. Now you look at the law systems in African countries and Caribbean countries, they're more connected with father and mother nature universal law, which means in the African and Caribbean countries, the melanated countries where melanated skinned people came from, melanated skinned people don't got to deal with some unfairness with a law system the way they got to deal with it in a European country like USA. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know, and all these damn melanated skinned police officers in the USA country that want to deny these facts, you know they already whitewashed. You know they already whitewashed by European influence. They got beat, they got whipped into believing in the European ways of living. Like, seriously, man. Like, you know how many, like, come on, man. Let me tell you this. You know, the African countries and Caribbean countries and all these melanated skinned people's lands, you see, for protection, melanated skinned people operated as warriors. We didn't have to create some slave patrol police system to abuse authority and try to ruin mother nature and father nature, because we melanated skinned people in the African countries and Caribbean countries knew better. These damn European Caucasians, they didn't know better. And they denied the fact of universal law. So these damn European slave owners, especially these European slave owner women and European slave owner men, they went against universal law of father and mother nature on planet Earth and created slave patrol. These are all facts. And any melanated skinned person that supports slave patrol in the European Western countries like USA, for example, man, they a whitewashed puppet. They is a damn robotoy, a NPC, a soulless vibrational gain stalking, gaslighting agent, whatever you want to call them. You know, I don't fuck with those melanated people. Those melanated people who are whitewashed, I don't associate with them, because the whitewashed melanated people are against mother nature and father nature melanated law of the universes. Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, this stuff is sad, man. This stuff is sad, man. Why do you think a lot of melanated skinned people, that the melanated skinned people that grew up in Trinidad, they never had to deal with colorism? They never had to deal with police brutality. you know, melanated people in Jamaica, melanated people in Liberia, melanated people in all melanated countries where there's no Europeans. They didn't have to deal with police brutality and hateful colorism the way that a lot of melanated skinned people had to deal with in the fucking European Western society countries like USA, for example. Now, I'll tell you this, man, because I had conversations with a lot of spiritual people that are melanated skin. I told them I dealt with colorism before. Like one time when I was going to a store, you know, one person had the audacity to tell me to take my hood off my head. And I'm like, it's wintertime, it's cold. I'm gonna have a hood over my head because it's cold. They only told me to take my hood off my head because I had melanated skin. I was not a damn European. Now, if I was a European, I was going to a store and I had a hood on my head, you know, individuals never had the slick colorism remark audacity to tell me to take my hood over my head, to take the hood off my head, just because, like, bro, this stuff is sad, man. Like, these damn European people that grew up in USA, you know, they be having smiles on their faces every day they get up. They don't got to worry about colorism. These Europeans in USA, they don't got to do it because why? Europeans, they invented USA, slave corporation. This is all facts. Like, this is the reason why I'm not really friends with a lot of European people. I just can't get down with that shit, man. I can't. Because, you know, a lot of Europeans, they're not going to be connected with the Ankh, which is a melanated person's spirituality. This is all facts, man. And any melanated skinned person that be supporting fraternity and support Freemasonry, y'all can kick rocks yourself. Because let me tell you something. A lot of Europeans are going to be like, you know, oh, not all Masons are bad. That's what a lot of Europeans are supposed to say. You ask a melanated skinned person that's connected with African, Caribbean spirituality, connected with the all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye of Ankh life symbol. And I'll repeat this. Any individual that's melanated skin that supports the Ankh life, all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye symbol of African, Caribbean, and etc. melanated spirituality, they're going to be against fraternity, sorority, Mason system, because Mason was Freemasons and Rothschilds and Bowles and all the slave patrol police system, law enforcement that was created by these damn European slave owners. You know, and I don't support any melanated skinned person that literally supports the slave patrol police system, because for one, that's the ones that fucking destroyed a lot of my melanated people from years in and years out, even to modern day slavery. Now, you think about the melanated skinned people that's living out in the Caribbean countries and African countries, they be having smiles on their faces every day. Because why? They don't have to deal with some unfair law enforcement systems that be fucking jailing a lot of innocent melanated skinned people. And they don't have to deal with colorism. Like, that's why if I grew up in Trinidad and all these African and Caribbean and etc. melanated countries, I would never have to grow up facing colorism like I had in the fucking European Western USA countries. Now, man, let me tell you this, man. These European slave owners, man, these European slave owners that created slave patrol, that created a police system, if they was to step foot into Trinidad right now, and shout out to Trinidad representing the colorways of Trinidad, man, melanated gold essence. If these slave patrol European slave owners step a foot in Trinidad, they would literally get smoked. They would literally get erased out here.